Welcome to the setup, hosted by the financial bear, BTS Specialist, Chris Byrd. The setup.
Welcome to the setup. I'm Roger. To my left is Chris. To my right is Lando. We're at 8 Palms and a Bungalow in Portmore.
Right.
So we're going to today's topic, episode 3, talking about the difference between a beginner, an amateur, and a professional. So we're going to start off with what makes a beginner, the characteristics and typical goals, and the learning curve, what they focus on learning. So we're going to start off with Chris Byrd.
Me?
Yeah,
All right,
what makes
all
a
right.
beginner, sir?
Alright. Give me the first question. What makes a beginner? What the first one again?
The characteristics, the typical
Alright.
goals.
A beginner doesn't pay attention to details as much as he should. That's the first thing at the beginning. I think what happened to with a beginner, framing is a big problem. That's a big thing. Because I remember when I was a beginner, framing is a big problem. Because you will frame something and this frame alright and the next one not so. Consistency while framing something. Right? Focus is one, to get things in focus. Is another. And I think the third thing is lack of information. Because enough of the time we don't have enough info. So we assume that things are our fault when we are beginning. So I think those are the three we would lean on.
So what do you say, Lando?
Beginner. Somebody that wishes to begin, you know. They're not sure what they're getting into, but there are elements that they are interested in. You know, they don't know what is a camera. They don't know what's the importance of framing, composition, lens, the camera body, etc. But they're very interested in capturing good images as well as videos, and they wish to make that step towards doing that.
What do you mean by the don't know? Because I thought them don't understand what you mean by the don't know.
What do you mean?
If somebody beginner, they know but them just can't execute it on a consistent basis. Maybe them don't know what.
So why them can't execute it?
Lack of knowledge and lack of
Because them don't know,
Lack of experience
So-
too.
which is what I said.
So leave it to a point there, so which one I think more is important as a beginner, for a beginner? Learning the techniques or experimentation?
Oh,
Learning technique.
that's rough. I say, I go the other way. Because sometimes the lessons we learn are from some people with some faults. So you go there for your own, and the real world something, that are something where stuck in your mind. But I don't have to tell you that 2 times.
I mean by go on your
When you
phone.
miss the shot, when you go take a shot and the place too dark and the place and the thing nice and I say turn up, or it's too bright, you know exactly what to fix.
But why that
You
wouldn't
know
come under
exactly
learning the
where it
technique?
is.
That would have come under learning the technique.
No, but you experiment.
But it
So
have come under learning the
you
technique.
do without nobody has to tell you what to do. That's one of the things them where I think more people should do in terms of when you just start out, just
Learning the
shoot.
technique no means say you're on your shoot. Learning technique no limited to being on your shoot. You can
But how you
create scenarios.
But how you gonna learn from if you make adjustments if you don't do it for your own shoot?
You don't have to do it for your own shoot. If you shadow somebody with a camera that you have, that's on your shoot.
No, but holding a camera different from when you do it yourself, you know.
What do you mean holding a camera? Yeah.
No, but alright. Let's say you're on a shoot and you take some pictures, right? Remember this, an amateur might be taking, they said, let's say take 100 pictures, and maybe 60 of them are similar pictures. And the same people in the picture, the same framing, the same this, the same that, and you say, all these pictures are the same. If you do start a picture like that, now you start, when you go back and look at them pictures, you're going to say, boy, you know, so I should change the angle, and boy, I should use this, and boy, what I can do to make this thing have some different varieties of pictures and different varieties of footage. When you shadow a man, sometimes you not get to see the final product till maybe months afterwards or weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
Unless he might tell you, say, look at this or look at that. You're not going to review footage.
Alright, so that are sometime.
Limited
That are sometime. And in most cases, when you do take a photo or a video, you can see a preview right on the camera.
Yeah, but when I'm gonna show the shadow man, how often you gonna get the chance to see it in real time when I take picture, even if
What
I
you
review
mean?
them.
When you take the shot, that you also see the shot, what you mean?
No, but me must say real time something man
Yeah.
move on now, but I know your job. Alright.
If me I capture you right now, may I look on the camera and see the
Yes,
shot?
but you assume that I am gonna be there with you.
No.
So, remember I said me
No,
apart with you.
misunderstand. We
Me
are talk-
apart with you, right?
Fine, I'm not capture you. May I capture an object?
Yeah.
I am looking in at the screen or through the viewfinder of
Yeah.
the camera and seeing the shot that I am capturing.
What I'm asking you, for both of the this is, we want to learn more from learning technique or experimentation on our own.
Technique.
Did I see that?
Yeah, say the other way.
Techniques give you a whole lot of information. So me that's a 50-50.
No, man, that's which one is it? Which one you just say?
If
What
me
have
pick,
we
if
before?
me pick, me say experiment. If me pick, but it's close.
Technique or you experiment. With what? What knowledge? If you don't have no information or you experiment.
No, but
you just press a button.
like we shoot a video, you look and I say, alright. Boy, you know, so I should have shoot 12 o'clock. I should have shoot 2 o'clock instead of.
Oh, you know
12
them
o'clock.
thing there.
I should have look at the sea and say, alright.
At the beginning, you don't know that. You gotta just
No,
be
but
like,
if you
yo,
do
the
it-
thing too bright.
No, but
How
if
me
you-
can get it?
Alright, let me give you an example of something. I used to shoot auto white balance. I mean, I edit a video and then look on the video and I say, this part color correct. I'm gonna go over and say shift and gone over. Right?
But how would that beginner know that is auto white balance?
When me go so boom, when me go so boom and start a post over there 2 weeks and one day I go up on the net and a man say, you need to pick a white balance. Don't ever the camera pick auto white balance.
Yeah, but that's
But
not
it took me
technique.
weeks.
That's not technique. That's my bad. That's not experimenting. That's a technique.
But as I'm saying, only I said you say technique not working. You know?
Yeah, but if you
I'm
didn't
saying
know
that
about
if
what.
I had a shot, if I had to pick, if I had to pick, would I say experimenting with the edge? And if I said to you say the other part, the technique.
I don't disagree. When you
But
do
to
one,
me-
you're going to do the next one eventually.
Yeah, but
I think technique more important because how you're going to, if you don't have no direction in what you're experimenting, you're going to do a bag of stuff where you not even know the impact of what you do. Yeah, you might visually see a difference, but you don't even know why my image dark. Or you know, say because I change the f-stop, you know, say because I touch the ISO, you're not going to have that information there if you can know what is happening.
But for the camera, I say, remember a man I take up a camera and see how record with an A74. And him can only take up an A63, a different ball game.
But like you bring that up, because this is where technique is important.
Might be, so you can't just look on
This
something
is where
and watch
technique
it.
important. Experiment can lock you down to the camera. The technique them may refer to.
Good point.
The technique them may refer
I agree with
to.
you, I agree with you.
No
You
problem.
lock it down to the camera.
The technique them what
Yeah.
I'm referring to would be more general stuff so you can apply it to whatever type of camera you
Good
want to
point,
use.
good point.
All right, good point. We're talking about the difference now between a beginner and an amateur. Somebody who has been doing this for like a year, let us say a year, and then do family events, and then probably do a one thing for a church or a school. Now, an amateur that's at amateur level, what should we expect from an amateur? Versus a beginner? Yes, from what we see, from we see what a beginner is. What should we expect from an amateur? Lando?
Beginner just buck up and things. If you get a good scene in take it. I'm grateful for take a shot and it look good.
Style beginner.
Grateful.
brother.
No man, that's facts not talk.
Style,
Talk
style
facts.
beginner.
No, me I tell you, if a beginner go do some work and him get 2 good scene out of it.
When
him
you
big
just
chance.
start,
Nah,
if somebody
man.
say you're not good, you're not continue.
No, but it's not good. And the facts man never hurt people feelings. Because if you know you do your shots and 60% at or 70% at not good, you are a beginner.
Yeah,
If you're
but
an
watch
amateur
out
now,
now.
the amateur now.
Nothing wrong with criticism.
But the amateur now, the amateurs don't know about the nuances of the work. What kind of variety of shots you should take. should he take what kind of lighting he should use? Stuff like them, so them don't in now if they don't know, I'm not practicing those kind of stuff. That's what an amateur is.
Okay.
A professional would already figure out.
We're not talking about that yet. We're just talking
Yeah,
about
man,
amateur.
but one of them a professional will be thinking about those things. But the amateur is not. Him work out frame and him not work out none of them things. Just every camera swing and reach one part. Him just go up and grab it and take it and use a shot. That's what a beginner does. You can't go for the beginner and say, yo, I'm going to get 5 minutes of footage from him because we don't know what happened. We don't know we have to get 10 pictures from the man we're good. Because we don't know we have to hope so we get 10 pictures. Amateur, little more consistent. But maybe him not get the level up experience and knowledge.
So what would you say, Lando?
Yeah. Style beginner, you see me? Him a run all the new beginner them say, yo, we're not good in the start. No bother. What do that? Criticism is right, is needed. Because if them do foolishness, you need to make them know as soon as possible. You see me? But
You say what ago?
criticism,
You say what ago?
if they are doing foolishness,
After that, we say what after that. As soon as possible.
yeah, you make them
As
know.
soon as possible. Like
Yeah,
means
but,
a man not supposed to live in a way by the foolishness.
No problem, I agree. A beginner would be more passion based. You see me? Them excited. Yo, I want this way. That's the energy them are gonna come with, right? Versus the amateur would be a little bit more seasoned. They're looking, them understand a bit of what them can do, what them interested in, and them a look for use that now to make a business, make money out of it. That's how the difference with a beginner and amateur.
Should an amateur charge?
Of course. Where you say what ago? So I'm going to go around, I'm driving a taxi, I'm going to drink a
Depends. Him
Yeah,
get the
man,
camera,
man.
him get-
Anybody when I
It
charge
depends.
Listen, that's the camera. Yeah, look at my camera. I'm saying, anywhere we say now, blood and skirt charge, that's your camera, yeah?
It depends.
Dash
You
it
see me?
to tune a girl response to me.
It depends.
Wrap it
Hold
up,
on.
tune a girl response. Give somebody else when need it, brother.
Hold on.
Yeah, man, they not get paid. No, you get my mad, man. You get my
Alright,
mad. No,
depends.
no, man. You won't get my
Depends.
mad a while ago,
So-
man. No, man. Don't talk here,
Me
man.
a
Don't
man.
talk
It
here.
depends. You see me?
Is it fair for an amateur to take a professional level work? And what's the possibility of him doing a good job?
If he's recommended, why not?
Low.
No, I don't think it
Low,
is.
man.
Think it's,
Low.
I think
How
it's,
low the possibility?
I think
Maybe, I said,
30, 40.
35, 40.
yeah, I think
I
that's.
think it's a 35, 40.
So he's going to the foolishness.
No, I said maybe 60.
No,
maybe
this is
40%
a possibility
footing.
of if him can do good. That's what the percentage is.
Yes, so you can say maybe 60% chance.
But if you're going to go something on a 60% chance of you failing, or 40% chance of you failing, you're going to do foolishness.
Nobody never did
No,
before.
that don't mean you're going to do foolishness.
No, but
It just means that there is a higher chance that what you do might not work out.
What? No, but I'm going to give you an example. Remember, say, amateur, you don't know me, let me know if you adapt to situation, you don't know if you adapt to life.
So what him doing, we kill him.
Yes. What man know we kill him.
So that's what I'm saying, more than likely he's going to fail. Is it fair?
If him,
Fine.
If him
I'm
find
cool
fault,
with that.
if
I'm
him
cool.
have them
Is it
obstacles-
fair? Is it fair?
If
No,
you have
I'm
obstacles-
I'm good with
I
that.
am stating to you,
If
is
you have obstacles in-
professional level equipment does it include, it doesn't translate to professional level work.
No,
Because most amateurs will say have professional level equipment.
that's a big mistake.
Let me tell you real language. Many people say equipment no matter, but I think equipment is really important. And I think when you say something, if you have top equipment, you can make a quicker turnaround from one level to another. You have good equipment. Because the turnaround level and level up is much quicker than you have buck for a little cheap something.
Okay, so we're talking about a professional now. Now, to be a professional, 3 things that a professional must have. I'm not telling you what it is. 3 things a professional must have.
Experience.
And start with Chris.
Okay.
Grand look start. We say experience. Grand look start.
What do you mean by experience?
Experience define what. All right. Being a professional it means that you have been doing this for a period of time and it has been a means of business, a means of making money, right? doing it for that period of time, you're going to learn things, you're going to know things, you're going to be able to can understand what is the style that you do, how you do your style, how to achieve it. You're going to understand the type of people you work with, how to interact with them. You're going to understand what should make sense, what don't make sense based on how you use it. You're going to understand what to invest in, how your equipment, how effective is your equipment, what you need for upgrade, what you need for change. All of these different elements are going to be there because you're going to be learning it from the previous jobs you have done. So that is where experience comes in.
So what's the other two things that a professional must have?
I might have to think about that probably.
So what you think?
Alright, experience.
Him give one, you give one. Let me see one.
Equipment. You have to have proper equipment to do it.
What proper equipment? What do you mean by proper? What do you mean
Equipment-
must have?
your equipment have to be reliable, it have to be durable, it have to give excellent content.
That mean expensive?
Not necessarily because
Expensive to
no, hold on, you have to understand that because think about it this way. A man can buy a cinema camera 2 generations behind but they give him top quality work. But you're not spend 6,000, 7,000 and spend $2 grand for it. It's just not top generation where you get this whole heap of features, whatever, but they were using it in that time and shoot Jurassic Park and this and that
Exactly.
and whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? So it depends on what kind of something you look for. So you don't need to have expensive, but you need to have quality equipment.
So what's the second thing that a professional must have?
Okay. So you asking me again?
Yeah.
I agree with equipment. I agree with equipment because I just don't, it's not just the equipment alone, but when you have the equipment, knowing your equipment, learning the limitation and, you know, oh, my battery lasts 1 hour, so I need 10 battery. Oh, my camera can't do night scene good, alright, I need lighting. I prefer my shots them slow and cinematic, maybe I need a gimbal, maybe I need a jib, right? I prefer my shots them static, maybe I need a tripod, right? So knowing your style of shooting, knowing your equipment, that will really bring out the best of your equipment and bring out the best in your work. So I agree, equipment.
What would you say?
Alright, I think the third thing, what's the experience and what's the
Equipment.
I think what makes you a professional at the end of the day is the quality of your work. If you can deliver top quality work consistently, you're a professional. Most people say they're a professional, they say they work average and they're 10 years in the game.
Sure.
If you can give a man's post can look on it and have a search to find for it. There's a fault and I look hard. If you have to look hard, that means you're a professional. When a man has to search, have to search to find a fault. Are the faults not really easily seen. We can cover up faults then too.
Okay, so you agree with that?
Yeah, but that would have been my third one. Third one would have been more linked to a business mindset. Because as a professional,
Good one.
the aim is to make money.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun and games capturing great pictures and videos, but if you're not making any money, does it make any sense? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Too.
So I think a business mindset, having an understanding of how the business works. As creative people, most creative persons, it's normally tricky when it come to the business side.
Okay, so one second, let's ask him. Are professionals charging too much?
No, never,
Why?
never. The price is the price.
When you say $4,000 for a wedding,
Can I say something?
US,
Can I
you're
say
talking $500,000
Can I-
Jamaica.
can I say
How
something?
can you justify
Can I say something?
somebody
I don't
charging
think you're
that?
charging enough. I don't think you're charging enough. To be honest with you.
Why would you say that?
Because when you go up on a set, and you go up on, remember say you have to walk with sometimes 3-4 different persons, you have to do the travel, you have to do the accommodation, you have to go get the work done and deliver top class work, brother.
Most
People
people,
are charge $10,000.
most people even have a misconception that the work done when you show up and shoot and leave.
Yeah.
No, the work not done.
We're not done.
Work not done. Cause a lot of videographers and photographers, they are the ones that is editing the work that they did.
Of course.
And that is still a section of work that needs to be done after the day of the shoot. a lot of people don't understand and visualize that.
But to be honest, when you're asking somebody out of nowhere, let's just say for a music video and somebody said, you said somebody 4,000 US or 5,000 US. Are you asking for a wedding, are you asking for an event? It's not easy to get up. Or only if you justify asking somebody to get that type of money for that type of work. How to justify that as a professional?
As Chris Byrd does highlight, there's so much that goes into it. It's not just to take up a camera and press record. There's so much that goes into it. You have teams that is doing these works, right? You have different parts that is moving. For example, a lot of persons who wish to carry out various shoots don't consider paying for the location as something to put in the budget.
And multiple day shoots too?
Even, exactly. They don't consider multiple days, they don't consider location, they don't consider catering,
Props.
they don't consider props, they don't consider
Wardrobe.
correct. They don't consider these things. But being a videographer, a photographer, and in some cases director of photography, you are the one who is going to ensure the image that they receive is a good image. Yeah. You need all of these things to make it a good image. Yeah. You know what it takes to get a good image.
Okay, now as a manager, a professional, I don't never say it, but attitude. The professional attitude. Because it's hard to sell a client to pay for something and the attitude is not there. When people are late, when people are going through the situation, most people were looking at that. We understand on an artist, but that's one of the main things we need to understand. And on this podcast, we're going to talk the truth. A lot of us have very poor attitudes, professionals. A very poor attitude at how we're handling money, how we deal with them. We don't have a proper invoice, we don't know how to talk to clients, we don't know how to do a proper proposal, we don't have a proper bank account, we don't have certain things, we don't have these things. And right now, as a professional, the difference between a professional and an amateur and a beginner, one of the main things is an attitude. That what I'm doing is a joke. This is serious. This is serious. Big people business, this. So when you call my phone, it's business. It's not, I'm calling you, not answering your phone. When we say working hours, I mean working hours, not you don't answer your phone, you feel like it. So, as we're here talking about this and we're wrapping up this episode, I want you to bear it in mind that this is a business. Even though art is in the front, it's still a business.
You don't work with the business. You don't work with the business.
So,
you don't work with the business.
For the setup, we need the first mind to set up first, the attitude to be up first, for it to reach to the professional level.
Yes.
So, remember to like, share, subscribe, write your comment and below. Follow us. Lando, the BTS Specialist. Chris Byrd, the director. I am Roger, the financial bear. And this has been the setup.